All right, we're going to go ahead and get started, and I am going to toggle back and forth between the waiting room. So if someone texts you and tells you that they're in the waiting room and I've not let them in, if you could just let me know and I will let them in. All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here this evening. If you have a friend or family member that couldn't be here today, please let them know that this session is going to be recorded and I will put it in the Howl for this week. For those of you that I have not had the pleasure of meeting yet, welcome to Hill. I am Mrs. Paulus, the building principal. This is my third year as principal, and it continues to be an absolute honor to serve this community. This is my 9th year in the Troy School District and my 14th year in education. I look forward to getting to know you more, and I hope that we can meet in person sometime sooner rather than later. So here we are. I cannot believe we are almost at the end of our second week of virtual learning for the 2020-21 school year. I hope that you have noticed a difference between what the Troy School District offered in the spring and what we are offering now. Sorry, I'm toggling back and forth, so that continues to be a little bit difficult. I am so proud of this community and how we've adjusted to these changes so far. Our teachers have been working tirelessly to get to know the technology, to make sure that the curriculum that they are delivered is up to par, and also they're doing this all while building relationships with students. They have purchased webcams and something called an O-Light that allows them to be more illuminated on the screen, and truly to walk around these hallways every day, it looks like we have 17 little mini studio productions. They are just really working hard to make sure that they deliver the best for your students. And then there's you, the parents, and I know that you are juggling so much. You're juggling work and home, you're juggling being a teacher now and a parent, and trust me, I get it, the struggle is real. As a working mom myself with 3 kids at home, 2 of them that are also doing virtual learning with Troy School District, I get it, and I appreciate the fact that virtual learning doesn't feel like the best way to learn for everyone, but we continue to make the best of it. And we know that if virtual learning was the best, Troy would have already adopted it, but it's not. It's just what we have to do with the situation that is before us to keep us all safe. I keep making the reminder that we can always close an achievement gap for kids once they're in seat, but we cannot recover a life. So it's just super important that we continue to keep our kids safe. I really do appreciate your positivity and grace as we continue to puzzle through things. I know that we're working through Zoom schedules and breakout rooms and all of those things that I will get to in just a few moments, but we do truly appreciate, especially in the office, those of you that are calling with problems and then offering solutions and feedback. This has really helped us to get through this and helped make this easier for all of us. So again, we just appreciate your grace and your positivity, and just reminding you all that we are Husky strong no matter the distance, and we will get through this. So moving along, I was thinking about, as a mom myself, as a parent, I was thinking, what would I want the principal to present to me on a virtual curriculum night? And what I thought about is, what are the most frequently asked questions that parents are asking me? And so that's what I'm going to do. A couple weeks ago, we did a town hall and we answered frequently asked questions, and today we're going to do the same with new questions. So if you already were at that, don't worry. These are new questions that have come up in a little bit. So without further ado, here we go to answer this question. So the first one that we're getting a lot is, what are the parent expectations during classroom Zooms? Unfortunately, there's not a canned answer for this because every student is different. But here's what I will tell you has been extremely successful for parents. The first is to provide your student with a consistent, quiet space to learn. This might be the bedroom, but I think that the most important thing is that they are sitting in a chair and they're at a desk or a table. Laying in the bed has proven not to be a good option for students. If they were at school, we would not allow them to lay down, so at home they should not be either. We've had some kids fall asleep this week, and that's not because their teachers are boring, but it is because if you're used to looking at technology before you go to bed and you're laying down, your brain thinks that it's time for you to just relax and lay down, and that's certainly not what we want. So just encouraging kids to be in a space that's not going to encourage sleep. After kids are in the Zoom, give your child some space and check in every once in a while. Again, this is going to be a little bit different depending on the age and the ability of your student, but that space truly is okay. Like I said, I have a third grader and a kindergartner, and my husband is at home and he is checking in on them, but he does not sit right with them. That's not what they need. Your child might need that, but space is okay as we foster independence for our kids. The next question that I get often is, when will we be able to begin on-seat learning or in-seat learning? I really, truly wish I had a crystal ball and I could tell you when that will be, but I do not know. I do know, though, that the Board of Education is revisiting this and will have a discussion on Monday, October 5th, and that's when we will know what we are going to do for the future. This week, you likely received a survey from Carrie Birmingham, and then I resent it to you. And it's all about what the return to learn plan would be and what your feelings are about that. So if you have not filled it out, please fill it out with your honest feedback so that we can continue to make plans for the remainder of the school year. Another question we're getting is, I'm having trouble getting the Zoom links to work. What should I do? So first and foremost, make sure that you're logged on to your child's Schoology account, not your own. I know that seems like a really easy solution, but as someone who made the mistake myself, it's super important that you are not logged in. So here's how you check. In the upper right-hand corner of your screen, there'll be 3 lines. You're going to click on those lines. If you see your name first, that means you are logged in. You need to log out and then log in as your child. If you see your child's name first, then you are logged in. I'm not sure why you're having trouble, but Mrs. Diebel turned tech will be able to help you. So just call the office and we will get it figured out for you. All right. The next question that we have is, how do I know my child's schedule? Those should now be posted, teacher schedules should now be posted on your child's Schoology page. But tomorrow we will also send out classroom schedules via email to each class. So you'll get the individual classroom schedule. Please understand that these schedules might alter just a little bit because the classroom teachers right now are doing assessments for students individually so that they can specifically meet their needs. So they might be meeting with individual students during small group instead of meeting with a large group. So just please continue to keep that in mind as we work through this. The next question we get is, why are these days all seeming like half days these days? Are we ever going to have a full day? So as I stated in the Huskies Howl, we are currently using our small group time to complete our mandated literacy assessments. We're working with students individually during small group time to complete this as quickly as we can. It will take us about 3 weeks to complete this with all students. It does feel like the afternoon has less instruction because of this, but it will pick back up once we complete the assessments. This assessment that we're giving is an assessment that we would give in seat 2. And now more than ever, these assessments are so important because it will help us to know how we can meet students' needs in small groups. We haven't seen them face-to-face since March, and we really need to know how we can service them the best and pick up where they left off. The next question that we get is, we are struggling at home without enough devices for our children. Weren't we all supposed to get iPads? The answer to that is that yes, every student in the Troy School District will receive an iPad. Unfortunately, they're on back order. It's like the whole state is doing virtual learning, which they are. So we are waiting to get those. But if you are in need of a device, we are here to help you. You can do one of 3 things. The first is that you can contact the help desk. It's just helpdesk@troy.k12.mi.us. The next thing that you can do is contact me, and I will put in a ticket for you to get a device. Or the last thing that you can do is contact your classroom teacher, and they will do the same for you. So if you're at home and you don't have a device yet and you cannot wait, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We are here to support you. The next question that we get is material pickup. If you have younger kids especially, you're looking to get materials in the hands of your kiddos. And so what we are going to do starting tomorrow is a material pickup. Every Friday will be a material pickup from the hours of 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. If your child's teacher has items for you to pick up, he or she will let you know via Schoology. and those items will be outside of the school in clearly marked bins for you to pick up. If you're not able to pick up on Friday, please let your teacher know and we will make other arrangements. If you don't feel comfortable or you're not able to get to the school, no worries. All hard copies will be available via Schoology. The next question along the same lines is, how do my kids check out library books or media center books? Reading is so important during this time. With us being on the screen so often, it's nice to get a hard book in the hands of these students. Ms. Apel is going to cover today during the specials curriculum night presentation at 7:30 exactly how you'll be able to check out books. However, if you're unable to attend that today at 7:30, then you can check out her Schoology page and she will explain exactly how your kids can check out books. Pickup days for media books will be on Wednesdays. More to come on that. The next question is the Hill website an updated resource? Right now, we're working to ensure that both the Hill Schoology hubs and the Hill website are up to date with the latest Husky Howl, with teacher email links, etc. Please give us a little bit of time to do this, but please, please, please know that right now, Schoology is the #1 way that we are communicating with parents. That is where you're going to find the most updated resources, that along with the Husky's Howl. I know that the Husky Howl can be long, and I try to include things that you need to know in it. So please, please make sure that you are reading that every week. If you're not getting a howl every week, then please contact us at the office, and we will make sure that you get one. Also, it's extremely important that Schoology is where you're checking daily. If students are not able to check it and let you know, then that you're also checking it and getting the notifications from Schoology. Lastly, I just want to talk to you about teachers before you leave. Teachers, as I said, have been working so hard to make sure that your students are engaged and want to come to school. We truly need to partner with them to create the best learning environment for these students. Please make sure that you're giving them grace. Please make sure that you're not emailing or communicating with them during the teaching hours. And if you are, please know that you will not get a communication back until the end of the workday, or at least within 24 hours. This is because they're on screen with children. And even if they're not with your child, they're either with another child or they're part of professional development, continuing to learn the best ways to engage your students in learning. I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart that I appreciate each and every one of you from being here. If you need anything, please do not hesitate to email me anytime or call the office to get in contact with me, and we will problem solve together anything that's happening with your family. We have 10 minutes before the next curriculum night starts, so you can stand up, stretch your legs a little bit, and then get yourself situated to get into the next Zoom session. Thank you so much for being here. If you came in late and you missed something, don't worry, I will put this in the Howl for you so that you can watch this recording later. Also, last but not least, I almost forgot to say, if there's a question that was not answered tonight, so at the end of the night, if you're thinking, oh my goodness, this question was not answered, Leslie Diebel will take any questions that you have and forward them to me, and I will put it in the Howl frequently asked questions if it's not a personal question, or if it's a personal question, I will get back to you. All right, everyone, have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you around Zoom. Bye, guys.